Main distinction with refugees that you need to keep in mind when you're looking at what's a refugee, what's an asylee. Refugees wait in line. They waited. And so when they come over here, everything is made a lot easier for them because we knew they were coming. We expected they would be coming in. So when you compare a refugee to an asylee or an asylum seeker, those are people that have entered our country that we did not anticipate coming in. We didn't know they were coming. We didn't know that they were fleeing. They meet the international definition of being a refugee, but they show up here in some other way. Those are people that are then trying to fight their case here. They want to become a refugee that gets status here. So they're actually seeking asylum, so I would call them an asylum seeker. And if they win their case, either before an immigration judge or before an administrative officer, then they will be granted asylum, which makes them an asylee under Section 208 of the Immigration and Nationality Act.
We don't provide for them or let them provide for themselves. We don't give them legal assistance. We have a court system that's basically broken, and it's not a matter of any problem with any individual. It's understaffed, it takes too long, and it's fairly inconsistently applied. I mean, some jurisdictions have a very high grant rate and others have a very low grant rate.
The amount of cases in the system is overwhelming. Immigration judges don't have individual clerks like federal court judges or even state court judges to help them through their caseload. So the system is buried with very little resources.
What's important to know is that a refugee who's overseas, they give up all control over their outcome. They go sign up with the United Nations and they wait. They don't get to say, I want to go to the US and no, I'm not going to go to Denmark. They don't get to say that. They have to wait until their number comes up, essentially, and then they're told resettlement for you will happen in the United States.
There's a potluck aspect to it about what court you're in and what judge you got. I think we ought to give them some legal assistance, and I think we ought to give them a court system that's efficient and fairly even-handed.
Everyone who came here was an immigrant at some point. Their family came here seeking a better life. For whatever reason, start all over again in a new country where you don't speak the language, and you are learning everything from how to use money to how to use the bus to how to find a job to how to care for your kids and put them in school.